Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions, where we are taking a tour through classic Doctor Who. We'll be watching at least one story for every Doctor, and last week we watched the initial episodes of Doctor Who and An Unearthly Child, and today we're having our official first Doctor stop with the Dalek Invasion of Earth. I know this is a story from the second season of the show. It is not the first story that the Doctor? Well, it's not the first story that the Doctor first appears in, nor is it the first story that the Daleks first appear in. And so I'm really excited to see how, even going from that first story to this story, how the show might have changed, how the character of the Doctor might have evolved from then to now. Here in the second season of the show, are the companions changed? Have Barbara and Ian moved on? Is Susan still traveling with the Doctor? Maybe we have 20 people traveling with him by now. I don't know. I'm excited just to get into this story. This will be part 1 of 3, including the first 2 episodes from this story. So let's experience the Dalek Invasion of Earth for the very first time. It is forbidden to dump bodies into. Are you okay? You're not okay. You shouldn't dump yourself in there. It's forbidden. Sir. He just dumped himself into the lake. Sorry, river. World's End. I guess that's the first. The Doctor. Or the TARDIS.
Where are we now then?
Somewhere nice and quiet, I hope.
Oh, good, they're all still here.
I don't want to boast, but we might be somewhere in London.
We're here.
Well, there we are, back home.
But when?
You brought us a long way around, Doctor.
More by good luck than judgment.
Oh, it's interesting going from An Unearthly Child to this.
Pretty deserted. Probably Sunday.
Just wondering about the time factor, my boy.
Oh, a year or 2 either way doesn't make much difference to us, you know.
Look at all this neglect all over the place. Been abandoned, all of it.
There's always a mess with construction work, Doctor.
Perhaps.
Stop spoiling everything.
Oh, my dear, I believe you me, I wouldn't spoil your homecoming for all the world.
I don't think this is their homecoming.
Well, it's not a sign of any people, anything. Ah!
Oh, Susan. That's not how you want to go. Oh no, is she gonna have a twisted ankle? I think the Doctor was pretty spot on about neglect.
The ship!
Is the TARDIS okay?
We're going to need help to shift this.
Yes, it's going to be very difficult.
Primarily, this girder. What I need is an acetylene torch.
Oh, my dear boy, you can't just whistle up men and material out of the thin air now, can you?
It's a warehouse over there, Doctor. I might be able to find a crowbar or something.
I never fail to be impressed by your optimism. You can't move that by sheer brute force. You were right, you need a cutting flame.
We better make sure we can get back into the ship before we start looking around. Just in case there's trouble.
Intelligent.
Oh, come on, I love Ian. Optimist meets intelligence.
I don't believe we're anywhere near your time, the 1960s. Well, what have we heard? Nothing.
Birds?
Precisely nothing. No sound of bird song, no voices, no sound of shipping.
Definitely not normal.
The Doctor and I are going to have a look in that warehouse over there.
Well, can't we all go?
Well, how's your ankle, Susan?
This is trying, it's a bad idea. Don't do it, Susan. Take a rest.
We shall be as quick as we can. And you bathe that ankle. What you need is a jolly good smack bottom. Come on.
He rubbed her head. So I guess my question right now is, have the Daleks already invaded Earth? And this is the aftermath of their invasion, or is something else going on?
Careful, Doctor.
I'm not a half-wit.
He's not a half-wit. He seems slightly less of a cantankerous old man in this one than in An Unearthly Child. He's a bit more likable for me. Also, I just like the word cantankerous.
You know, we're not in our time in London, Susan. Why do you say that? The river's too quiet and there's no sound of traffic. There's a strange poster on the wall back there.
Thank you.
It just doesn't make sense. Is it selfish to want us all to stay together? No, of course not.
I imagine by now you're a right family. Who's that? It's nice to know there's at least one other living human in London.
Battersea Power Station. What's happened to those 2 chimneys?
What's happened to London, dear boy, is more to the point.
Must have gone over to nuclear power.
Now that's shifting from optimism to like failing to accept reality a little bit, which is funny with what he was accusing Susan of the last time I saw him.
Well, at least we know the century, dear boy. Look.
2164.
Quite a ways in the future still to go. Ooh. Maybe don't drink the water.
Susan? Who are you?
Do you want to get killed?
Where's Susan?
Mean the girl? Tyler's got her. We've got to get out of here. Quick, follow me.
I was going to say, they're going to hear the gunfire too, yeah? The doctor's not worried about it. Oh.
He's dead.
Oh.
What on earth is this? You think it could be some sort of medical aid doctor? You know, if he'd fractured his skull, something to knit the bones together?
Has the air of a tinfoil hat, but like, you know, fancier.
Ideal for picking up high-frequency radio waves.
Well, whatever it is, I wouldn't like to meet one of these fellows, you know.
Maybe take the Oh no.
Where is it?
Noise came from up here.
Uh-oh. See, you shouldn't go with such haste.
All right. Let's get back to the others. Come on.
All right.
Might be too late. They're not there anymore. Ah. That was a cool shot. Oh, dang.
Quickly now.
What about grandfather and my other friend?
We'll do the best we can.
That's not what you said just now. You promised you'd
Now,
find
there
a way
isn't time to argue. Collect your friends later now. Come on.
Barbara? Susan? Why do they do it?
Oh, assumes they just ran off.
You know, I want to get away from here.
Aren't you even a bit curious? After all, it's your city, you know. Don't you want to know what's happened to it?
No.
He's like, I don't want to know about my own future. It's so heavy. It's heavy. It's a lot. Like, no one wants to think that their hometown eventually comes to this.
Tyler?
Yes.
And who have we got here?
I found a couple of them down by the river. Open targets.
Can you cook?
Yes, I can get by.
Good. We need some cooks. I had a struggle with one of the robo-men.
Well,
Well, he was waiting for me. That means that we'll have
Robo-men?
to change the storehouse.
all right. Tell Dortmund.
What the devil have you been doing?
We've landed a saucer at the heliport.
This time we'll be ready for them.
She says she can cook. And what do you do?
I eat.
Well done, Susan.
Find the two friends and I'll bring them back here.
Robomen. Are they related to Cybermen or totally different thing?
Stupid place to put a poster. Right under a bridge where nobody can read it or see it.
I don't know. If you have a body to get rid of, I think it's a very good place to come to. Bring out your dead.
Plague?
There they are. It must be them.
I think I'm glad he found them. I was gonna say before it's too late, but right as it's too late is what it seems to be more accurate. Okay. So the Robomen are the men wearing the helmets. I thought that was some kind of clever thing that humanity came up with to maybe combat Daleks, but apparently it's something else. You can't combat a Dalek with a hat. Ooh. They're everywhere.
Hang on. Haven't tried talking yet.
I don't think they're much for conversation.
What do you want?
Stop.
Seems what they want is murder. You.
Turn and dive in the water.
I think they can hear you. Uh-oh, see? The water's not safe. The water's not safe. There's a Dalek in the water. Yeah. They know about that. Next episode, the Daleks. That is a great ending point, actually. A really good cliffhanger moment. I respect that. I liked the first episode of this story. I really enjoyed, I don't want to call it confusion, but like the optimism that they were actually close to home. And they were close to home. Just they were way off on the time period. I appreciate that even jumping into the second season here, that it still felt like a natural continuation of everything that was set up in An Unearthly Child, which is, I think, you kind of expect that a little bit with what was designed to be a kind of educational entertainment show from the 1960s, right? They're not trying to shake up the process or the cast all the time, okay? It needs to be set up in a way where you could tune in. If you missed an episode or a month's worth of episodes, there's no way to watch them, right? So you need to be able to tune in and still not feel totally lost. And as someone who missed a whole lot of episodes in between the last time we were together and now, I didn't feel all that lost at all. I thought this was a great continuation of the show, and you can tell that things feel a little bit more kind of at home and at ease. The story is certainly a bit more engaging right out the jump versus like the cavemen and stuff, which I enjoyed more than I thought I would once I realized that we were going to be hanging out with cavemen. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this story continues. Let's watch episode 2.
Daleks on Earth? Doctor, how did this? Leave this to me, dear boy.
I think you'd better let us go.
Okay.
Do not release prisoners. We are the masters of the Earth.
I now think the Robo-Men are in control of the Daleks.
I think we'd better pit our wits against them and defeat them.
Stop. I can hear you.
Yeah.
I have heard many similar words. All of them were destroyed.
Surely you don't expect all the people to welcome you with open arms?
We have already conquered Earth.
We're just behind.
We are the masters of Earth. We are the masters of Earth. We are the masters of Earth.
Who are the Masters of Earth?
The Daleks are the masters of
Oh,
Earth.
he's transmitting. Okay.
See if you can find them some food, will you? And look after her ankle.
All right. Who's the one with the bad foot? Me. Well, let's have a look then.
Oh! She's not gentle.
Sign both your names down for a work detail.
Well, Susan can't work until her ankle's better.
She
Wanna
can do
bet?
something with her hands sitting at a table, can't she?
You don't understand how dire the situation is, I guess.
We must attack them, Tyler.
That sounds fine, but how? The new bomb.
Yes,
I thought it was a
it's
bomb.
finished.
You haven't got it tested, I suppose.
Tested? Don't be a fool. It doesn't need testing. It's all there in my formula. It's perfect. I tell you, this bomb will destroy the Daleks.
I believe him, but I still wouldn't mind testing it.
And what about the two men?
Well, when I got down to the embankment, I saw them being taken away, but I couldn't do anything. I think the Daleks have taken them to the saucer. They've landed at the heliport Chelsea.
Wow. I mean, I figured it was more than just the one Dalek, but dang.
We saw the Daleks destroyed on Skaro. We were there.
My dear boy, what happened in Skaro was a million years ahead of us in the future. You've taken some more prisoners.
Where are the other two from your patrol?
This man killed them both.
For this, you will be punished.
How are they going to punish him?
Not getting me.
Don't be a fool, man. You haven't got a chance.
It's interesting to see them taking so many prisoners rather than just exterminate, exterminate. Oh,
Don't be a fool. You can't help him now. Help me!
no, I feel like you...
Kill him.
Yeah, you... Why... Ooh. Not a bad way to visualize his Dalek death.
I don't think we should tell Barbara.
But, David, I think we should.
Now listen, Susan. We're going to make an attack on that saucer. So we'll put off telling her until afterwards.
Interesting that he would tell Susan and then not want to tell Barbara. I thought it would be both or none.
Oh, what are these things?
Oh, they're the Daleks' inventions. They're called Robo-Men.
No, Susan, I told you. You've got it wrong. We took these from dead human beings.
There aren't that many Daleks on Earth. They needed helpers. So they operated on some of their prisoners and turned them into robots.
Controls the human brain, well, at least for a time.
Do they revert and become human again?
No, they die.
They go insane. They smash their heads against walls. They throw themselves off buildings or into the river.
That's what we saw at the beginning.
Once they've got you on board a saucer, there isn't a hope.
Unless you're the doctor, right?
Absolutely escape-proof.
Only on the surface, my friends.
Can't get the door open. There's no escape, I tell you.
My young friend, don't be so pessimistic. What is your name, by the way,
Pessimistic Pete.
Jack Craddock.
Or Jack.
You don't know the Daleks. Once they've got you inside a saucer, you're finished.
He might know them better than
How
you.
did it happen? The invasion of Earth, everything. Meteorites came first. Earth was bombarded with them about 10 years ago. Cosmic storm, the scientists called it. People began to die of this new kind of plague.
Explains your poster, dear boy.
Ian nailed it.
Daleks were up in the sky just waiting for Earth to get weaker. Whole continents of people were wiped out. Asia, Africa, South America.
What happened next?
Oh, they're both getting the story from different sources. Love that.
That's when the saucers landed. Cities were razed to the ground. Others were simply occupied. Anyone who resisted was destroyed. No one escapes. The Robo-Men see to that. What is it that the Daleks want on Earth?
I don't know. Something under the ground. It's turned the whole of Bedfordshire into a gigantic mine area.
I mean, are they here for resources?
Rebels of London, leave your hiding places. You will be fed and watered. Work is needed from you, but the Daleks offer you life.
Temporary life of enslavement before you die.
Rebel against us, and the Daleks will destroy London completely.
We'll We'll come out of our hiding place. With this, we don't need to run or hide anymore.
How many of those bombs do you have?
We have the superior weapon now. One success will give our people hope.
Do you have the superior weapon? It's theory till it's tested.
How do we get within throwing range?
We could get right into the middle of the Daleks without them suspecting anything. If we used this.
How?
Some of your men could disguise themselves as robo-men.
Yeah, disguise is an idea.
It'll work.
Will it? We're assuming they don't have a way to detect
What is that you got there?
Magnifying glass. I just
robo-men
picked it up.
from fake robo-men. It's a risk.
What do you make of this?
Let me have that bar up there for a moment, will you? Well, now, let's try a little experiment, All right. You see? It responds, magnetized.
Cool.
Doesn't help us.
But it's cool.
You mean this is some sort of a key?
Now, that's the very word, key. A key in a crystal box. You open the box, take out the key, and use it. That is precisely what the Dalek would do.
Yes, but what are we going to do, Doctor?
The same thing?
We have to make sure that we hit the correct refractive. Otherwise, we shall get showered with crystal glass. Oh, by the way, did you take three-dimensional graph geometry at your school?
No, Doctor. Only Boyle's law.
Right, now put that bar there.
All right.
And watch your eyes, because, you know...
Just in case.
And the great big pumpkin turn.
I'm glad they shut him up so fast.
Pull that and shut up, will you?
Sometimes you astound me.
Only sometimes, dear boy. Oh, what's happened to your memory? Don't you remember, we know that the Daleks can use static electricity? Of course.
I love it. I love that he said, only sometimes. You should always be impressed with him.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, we did it.
You're a genius.
Oh, I like his laugh. It was a test?
He will be robotized.
Oh. You can't robotize the Doctor. Well, you can't turn him into a Cyberman. Maybe you could robotize him. I don't know. Uh-oh. I know they're not going to turn him into a Robo-Man. What if they do, though? They won't. Oh, is this our attack? They're going to save the Doctor? Yes, 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 yes.
In which sector were these prisoners taken?
Sector 4.
No patrol has been ordered in Sector 4.
Shoot.
Now!
1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Well, we knew there'd be some casualties.
Seal off the area.
I don't think this is going well.
Try and free the prisoners before you use those bombs.
We are under attack. Report to mainland. Commence the operation.
Next episode, Day of Reckoning. No, okay, they are going to save him. I feel supremely confident they're going to save the Doctor, but of course, you have to cut it close. You have to wait till the last possible moment as the operating machine is coming down upon the Doctor, moments away from turning him into a Robo-Man. They're gonna save him. They're gonna pluck him from the jaws of death. Probably. I mean, I'm optimistic. Definitely a great start to this 6-part story. I wish that our team wasn't spread out all over the place, but if they were gonna be spread out, it was fun watching Ian and the Doctor do a little science experiment right before the Doctor just about dies, and Barbara and Susan ended up being a very important part for the Resistance, giving them the idea to use the Robo-Man hat, whatever it's actually called, using that to create a decoy and move them in. That was a brilliant idea. And it makes me a little bit sad that nobody thought of that before they got there. But the point is, they thought of it. And it was interesting watching our core cast realize that, yeah, not only are Daleks here on Earth, but they've already invaded. The conquest is done. They are the masters of Earth, as they so repetitively stated in their broadcast or whatnot. There is a resistance. It feels like the resistance doesn't actually offer much hope in the human race's rapidly dwindling population. I don't know what is so different about these newly invented bombs, but maybe, just maybe, they're enough to let this one mission be successful to rescue the Doctor, and maybe the Doctor will give us the edge we need to actually defeat the Daleks and remove them from our planet. we're gonna win, right? There's 4 more episodes, so I don't expect us to win immediately. Thank you for watching with me. In the next video, we'll be watching episodes 3 and 4 of this story, and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye.